And welcome to Skitlanta's budgeting. Okay, so for this week, I am stuffing $110 towards spending. Typically, it will be about $410, but last week I severely overspent. We needed a lot of stuff in the house, so kind of went over my budget for last week. Now, this is just solely my wallet my spending wallet that I am stuffing. So this week I will be stuffing $110 to just go over what we have left over from last week because I overspent in some areas. I had to pull from beauty, charity. I literally cleaned this bad boy out. There's some change left over. Eating out gone. I think I got these little $2 left over for entertainment. Gas is not an issue right now. Groceries, that's where I overspent. Household, nothing, I overspent. Investments, I had to pull from that as well. Miscellaneous, I had to pull from that. I had to use my personal on something else. Like I said, whatever money's in here, I can pretty much use it if I needed to pull it from other places. Ideally, I would like to keep my budget within whatever I put in here and then have money left over to go towards like a saving binder or my change. I keep my change. Now back home, I got a ton of change here. I don't have so much because I do not have a lot of cash that I keep out. I spend most of my stuff on credit cards since I'm away from the house now. Back home, I do more cash, so I got like tons of change. But the little cash that I do take out, I am leaving the change in here until we get back home so I can add it to what I got. I think last time I checked, I think I had like $20-something worth of change. The last time I started keeping the change. But y'all, holding your change over from what you spent can really add up. The year before last, now this year I couldn't add it up to see because of course I wasn't home. But the year before last, I think I had almost $300 in change for the whole year. And I used that when we went to Disney World, and I cashed it in, of course, and used it towards food purchases when we went to Disney World that year for my granddaughter's birthday. But it's just showing you different ways that you can kind of find areas to save money in. So this week, like I said, we're going to be cashing in. We're going to be cash stuffing $110. I'll go kind of over what I did last week, why I overspent, what actually happened there. But we're going to go ahead and count the money that we are getting ready to stuff. So basically it is 20, 40, 60, 80. And yes, these are placement holder funds for what I do on my debit card. Okay. 10, 20. Now, if anything's left over from that category, I'll put the cash over here from the previous week. But typically, I'm just spending it off my credit card. And then there's 10. Ooh. So that's $110. But this week, y'all, I went so far over till when you first funny. And that's because we really needed a lot of groceries in the house and we needed a lot of household stuff in the house. So I had to kind of spend the money to get what we needed. So it is what it is. We needed it. Now we're stacked up with food. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and stuff this. That's the other 10. So that's $110 that we're stuffing for today. Okay, so beauty, I had $5 in there. It's gone because I had to pull it over from last week. So I'm gonna go ahead and restart this. And that's the whole purpose of this, to try to keep your spending with whatever's in this wallet. You know, don't go over what's in the wallet because then you're defeating the whole stuffing and budgeting thing that you're trying to do. Okay, so charity gets $5. I almost made it to where I had some money left over in these things, but then Saturday I had to go run back to the store because we had to go get dog food. And then I had picked up some more stuff for groceries, which took me further over my groceries. It was crazy, y'all. But it was still the money that I had towards this. So it is what it is. Coin's going to go ahead and stay in there until I can't put no more in there, and then I'll count. I think I got a bag of coins here now. I think it's probably like over $4, but this is the change that I had from the dollars that I did have in here. Because what ended up happening was I bought ice cup from the store, and it was 50 cents. So this is the 50 cent. Eating out this week is not getting absolutely anything. We will not be going out to eat this week. I'll be doing all my cooking from home. Entertainment has $2 left over from last week. We're going to put $10 in for this week. Oh, y'all, it was something else. Y'all hear me? I'm going to explain what happened. And so therefore we got, let me do this right. We have $12 left towards that budget for this week for entertainment, or it'll probably be for whatever we need. Gas, don't have to worry about that right now. Groceries, this is where I went over. So what I like to do, because my budget is basically $200 a week, for 2 times 4 is basically $800 a month towards groceries. But y'all, last week I literally spent over $400 in groceries because we just needed so much stuff at the house. So, yeah, I'm not going to put anything in grocery this week because I think we will be fine, because we have everything that we need now, okay, as far as the groceries for this week. So I'm not putting anything else in here because what I spent last week will make up for this week what I should have put in here. And I'm still over by, I'll show you, a few dollars. So I'll pull that amount from the next week. So instead of putting in $200 for the next week, I will subtract the money that I went over this week from that total and then stuff the rest. That's kind of how I keep it to where I'm not overspending towards the end of the month. Even if I messed up at the beginning of the month and I had to overspend, I can kind of balance it out for the rest of the week. But that's when things start to get a little tighter as far as what I can and cannot spend. Household is overspent. Y'all, my budget for household was $50. Y'all, I spent $101 on household. $101 on household stuff. So I was over $51. So of course this week, nothing. Next week I can stuff $49 because I was over 51. So I mean, well, we got stuff we needed. Investments is not getting anything in here this week because there's just no funding for that since I overspent last week. Miscellaneous will get $20. I believe last week it was $40, but since I really don't have a lot of spending going on this week, that I shouldn't anyway, $20 going into miscellaneous. Personal. I did use my personal. Well, I guess I used it for stuff I needed for my business. So like pens, I had to get some pens. I got some other stuff to help me out with my YouTube stuff that I'm doing here. So I use my personal on that. I'm putting 30 in there again this week. Transportation is getting, oh, you know what? I think I was supposed to put 20 in investment. So 20 is going to transportation. Really, I should not be going anywhere. So this should be still here for the following week. But we'll see how stuff's playing out. You just never know. Something might happen. And then, hey, I got to use it for something. And then $20 go into investment. And so where the income is coming in from, basically I get the majority of my income right now, since I'm not doing my stuff at the beginning of the month, and I just divide it up over the weeks, and that's what I'm going off of, based off of what I get at the beginning of the month. So I divide it up time 4, and I put what I need inside my wallet. The rest stays on my card in order for me to be able to kind of budget myself. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. It's $110 for this week. As far as the spending, hopefully we stay in budget. Last week sucked. I had $410 and I severely went over, y'all. I did. Let's see. Let's see. I went over $216.77 over on groceries. So my grocery was for $200. I had budgeted. I went over $216.77. So I spent $416.77 on groceries for last week. So that's why this week it gets absolutely nothing, but I'm still over $16.77. So next week, when I'm doing out my budget and planning that out, when it comes down to the groceries, sorry, y'all. When it comes down to the groceries for the following week, I believe the 17th through, I got to check those dates. I think it's like the 24th or the 23rd. Groceries would only get $16.77, y'all. And so when it came to the household, I was over on that as well. Next week on the 17th to the 24th, my budget was $50. I spent $101. Subtract 50 for household products. That's 49. I'm sorry, that's 51 that I had went over. I got a budget of 50 for the following week, leaving me with $1 over. So the third week, which will be the 17th to the 24th, I have to subtract $1 from that budget. So instead of getting 50, it will be $49. I was just showing y'all on here as of what I'm doing. Okay, so from the 17th to the 24th, these are the two categories that I went over on. And I will take that from the budget moving forward for that week. So instead of $200, I will take off the 17 because I round everything up. I'll be stuffing 183 for that week. And instead of $50, I will be stuffing $49 for household supplies for that week. All right. And that's basically how the budgeting goes, how I kind of even everything out when it comes down to my everyday wallet, y'all. And I got to watch because part of my wallet that I carry around has all my personal information in there. So I'm not trying to disclose that. And I do typically keep up with it on my charts on what I'm spending. If I'm not doing it on here, I'm doing on here. On this way back at the house, I got a whole freaking layout. I got a budgeting sheet. So I do a budgeting every week. I show where every dollar goes to. And we'll get back more into that when I'm back in full mode of working, or when I start doing more stuff here. Like when all my stuff get here and I go back to selling my stuff, then I will put that down and then I will budget that out as well, because that will be the money that I have in addition to what I get every month. And that is the money that I have every month that I break up is money that is owed to me from my ex. That's why, girl, y'all, he don't care for me too much. And it's a good little chunk of change that I get. So I do budget that. So I do budget that and help spread it out. So along with that, on top of what I make, that's my income. But right now, that is solely my income right there. And it's enough to carry me over until I get back home. But I have to stay within a tight budget in order to make this work for as long as I can while I'm here, or else your girl gonna have to figure out something else. But I think I'm okay. I think we'll be all right for right now. Hopefully we be heading back shortly. Don't know how long. They talk about it could be even somewhere up to a year. Hopefully it don't take that long, y'all. Pray maybe a couple more months and we out. Oh, I already been here since November. So November, December, January, February. That's 4 months now. So it's going on 5. So yeah, if nothing doesn't change on that end, we just gotta stick it out till everything's over, and then we'll be heading back. And then I won't have so much time to keep doing all these videos the way I'm doing it, because reality is going to be back set in. But I will definitely have videos coming up. It just won't be as frequent as these are. But as always, be your brothers and sisters keeper. Keep God first. And toodles, y'all.